Hello everyone, welcome back to another video lecture. It's me Mirza Naeem. We are seeing the first unit. In this lecture, we'll try to understand temperature, stress and strain. So how the temperature going to affect the stress and strain, and what it mean by temperature stress. Temperature, stress and strain. So for example, let us consider a rod. We know that when the rod temperature increases, it try to expand or contrast, right? So for example, at this point I will put this rod on fire, okay, with the help of any burner. So what will happen? So this part will try to expand because of temperature effect, right? So let's say this is the initial temperature, that is T1, and this is the final temperature, let's say T2. And we are considering a metal rod, right? So if the actual length will be L, then it is free to expand, right? The extension length will be delta L, that is expansion length, right? So we'll see some points regarding temperature, stress and strain, right? When a material is heated, it is free to expand, right? So we'll write the points to understand in detail. The first point, when a material is heated, it expands. It's free to expand, right? Next, the next point, when the same rod is again cooled up, then it will come back to its original position, right? It is free to contrast, right? When a material is cooled, it's free to contrast, right? So hence we can say that free extension or expansion and contraction is completely prevented. What happened? Now, if this expansion and contraction is prevented, we are restricting to expand and we are restricting to contrast. So what happened in this metal rod? So there will be some stress developed in this material, right? Hence the free expansion and contraction is completely prevented. Then there will be stress developed in the material, right? It is easy to understand. So if I try to oppose this expansion, right, with having some obstacle here, then what will happen? such stresses which is developed by preventing the material to expand or contrast, then the material will have some stresses. The stresses will develop in the material. We call it as temperature stresses, right? Because of this, there will be corresponding strain, right? There will be a corresponding strain that's developed in the material, will be called as temperature strain. Because it will expand or contrast, there will be change in length, that is TL. So because of this change in length, there will be some strain due to corresponding to this stress, right? These are some important points, concept of this temperature stress and strain. And let me tell you, this strain is also known as thermal strain, right? So temperature is nothing but, temperature strain is nothing but thermal strain. Let us try to try to derive this temperature strain or thermal strain or temperature stresses. So let us say T will be the temperature and T1 is the initial temperature, right? Let us write temperature after heating, temperature initial, right? So let me write here, T is normal temperature and T1 is initial temperature and T2 will be the final temperature. Is it clear, right? So from this free expansion of metal, so in this case we are taking metal rod is given by that is delta L. So free expansion, that is delta L, equals to alpha TL, right? So here alpha delta L is the free expansion. Here delta L with the free expansion, alpha is the coefficient of thermal expansion, right? It is a alpha is nothing but coefficient of thermal expansion, right? Coefficient of thermal expansion. So their units are degree Celsius and change in temperature, that is T equals to T2 minus T1, right? It is also in Celsius and L is the actual length of rod, right? So now I can write the change in length, that is strain is nothing but change in length by original length, right? So you can write epsilon equals to delta L by L. So here we know that delta L is alpha multiplied by T multiplied by L. So I have substituted this value here. So that is alpha multiplied by TL upon the original length L. So L get cancelled. Then we have epsilon stress, thermal stress equals to alpha multiplied by T. So this will be our, let's say, equation 1, right? Now we'll try to derive temperature strain, right? Here I can write temperature strain. We can derive this from using Hooke's law. Strain by given by Hooke's law. So what Hooke's law states? So that is, stress is directly proportional to strain, right? So stress equals to modulus of elasticity into strain. From here, so sigma equals to E, and we know that from the equation 1, E equals to alpha T. I am substituting this value here, that is alpha T, right? So this will be my temperature stress, that is alpha T multiplied by modulus of elasticity. So let's say equation 2, right? So these are two main things you have to understand, that is temperature strain, that is also known as thermal strain, which is equals to alpha. So what is alpha here? Alpha is nothing but the coefficient of thermal expansion in degree Celsius, and the temperature, that is total temperature, right? And this temperature stress is given with this equation, that is sigma equals to alpha T multiplied by Young's modulus. So let us see one example problem so that you can understand, right? Let us see the problem first. A rod is 2 meters long at a temperature of 10 degrees. Find the expansion of the rod when the temperature is raised to 80 degrees Celsius. So here I can repeat now, the rod is 2 meters long at the temperature of 10 degrees Celsius. Find the expansion of the rod when the temperature is increased to 80 degrees, right? If this expansion is prevented, that means it is going to restrict the expansion. Find the stress include in the material of the rod, right? So Young's modulus is given, take E as 1.0 into 10 to the power of 5 mega Newton per meter square, right? And in temperature stresses and strain problems, they will give the alpha value, that is coefficient of thermal expansion, that is 0.0004012 per degree. Centigrade. Okay, so let us write the given data first. So given data, so length is given, length of the rod, that is L equals to 2 meters, right? So convert this into mm, that is 1 meter equals to 100 centimeters, right? So let us convert into centimeters. We'll make it into centimeters, that is L equals to 200 centimeters, right? So next we'll find out the initial temperature. Initial temperature is given. Initial temperature is denoted by T1, that is where 10 degrees, that is 10 degrees, and final temperature T2 is given, that is 80 degrees, right? Now raise in temperature we can get from raise in temperature, that is T equals to T2 minus T1, right? So 80 minus 10, we got 70, right? So T value will be 70. Now the Young's modulus is given and coefficient of thermal expansion is given. Okay, just find out the temperature, stress first. Okay, so the expansion of the rod, due to temperature raise, is given by equation, right? The rod has been heated from 10 degrees to 80 degrees. So that is given in the question. First initially it was 10 degrees, then it is heated up till 80 degrees. So therefore there will be increase in length, right? So obviously when the heat increases, the expansion of the rod is also increasing, right? Therefore increase in rod. So obviously the increase in length will be equals to free expansion. So how much the rod is expanded freely is our increase in length, right? Free expansion. Agree? So let's imagine this is a original length. Let us say this is the actual length L. After heating up to 80 degrees is expanded. This is the free expansion, right? Delta L. So now initially, that is T1 is 10 degrees and T2 will be 80 degrees. So I can write as increase in length is equals to the free expansion of the rod, right? So we know the formula of free expansion, that is expansion of the rod, equals to alpha multiplied by T multiplied by L. So coefficient of thermal expansion is given as 0.04012 multiplied by temperature. We got T1 minus T2, that is rise in temperature. We got 70 into the actual length is given 200 centimeters. It is given 2 meters. We convert into centimeters, right? So now we'll got it, that is delta L 0.168 centimeters, right? Because we are taking the length in centimeters, so the change in length will be in centimeters. Next we'll try to find out the stress in the material of the rod if expansion is prevented, right? Now it is free expansion, right? Now it is free expansion. Now we'll try to prevent this, we'll try to oppose the expansion. So what stress are produced? Let's find out. Yeah. So the stress in the material, the stress in the material of the rod, if expansion is prevented. Now what stress are produced when it is going to prevent? That means the stress is going to generate prevented is given. So what is the equation for that? Let's say temperature, stress, we know the formula, that is sigma equals to alpha multiplied by temperature multiplied by Young's modulus or modulus of elasticity. So now I can put the values here, 0.00012 into temperature is 70 into Young's modulus is given, that is 1.0 into 10 to the power of 5 mega Newton per meter square, right? Yeah. So here it is given Young's modulus, that is 1.0 into 10 to the power of 5 mega Newton. Mega is nothing but 6. We'll add here, it will become 11 Newton per meter square. So we got 84 into 10 to the power of 6 Newton per meter square, right? So 84 Newton per mm square. We know that from the units, that is 1 megapascal or 1 mega Newton per meter square is equals to 1 Newton per mm square, right? Now we got the stress.